Welcome to the Mediator. This is the Mediator, your program, our program, Women Empowerment and Legal Aid Program, a program where you can report a case of violation of your rights and we'll redress your rights for you. Here on this program, we broker peace, we bring parties together, and they go back as friends. Once again, my name is Fumi Falana. I am the Mediator.
My name is Chike, and I came to the mediator to report my wife of domestic violence. Well, when we first got married, she was not like this. She was loving and caring, but after some while, she started misbehaving due to the social media influence and all of that. She started giving me attitude, always arguing with me, throwing stuff at me, doing all sorts of things in front of my kids, and they are too young. And I came here for the mediator to help me talk to her so she can change, because I love my wife.
According to him, he said he still loves me, but me, I don't love him anymore. I don't want to stay with him because it's boring. It's boring for me, and I'm tired of the relationship.
Welcome back to the Mediator. This morning we have in our midst a young man, Mr. Chike, has come to report his wife, Nkiruka, for the violation of his right in the home. Yes, remember, our objective on this program is to broker peace. Mr. Chike is here this morning, and we have called the wife, Nkiruka, so that we can listen to our side of the story and give her fair hearing. This man will be listening to the story of the two of them. Yes, Mr. Chike, can you tell us your story again?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Chike.
I came here to report my wife Nkiruka because she's always insulting me emotionally and physically, always abusing me at home, giving me tough time. Before we got married, we made an agreement which said no, she's going to be a full housewife, and she agreed to that.
Mr. Chike, for how long have you been married?
For 5 years now.
Yes, go on.
So...
How many children do you have?
We have 2 kids.
2 kids, yes. How old are they?
3. The first one is 3 years, and the other one is just 1.
Okay.
So after some time, after our marriage, about 2 months after, she said she wants to start up a business. So I disagreed to that. After a month, she kept persuading me that she wants to start up a business. Then I asked her, what type of business do you have in mind to start? She said she wants to start up an online business. Then I agreed to it. But the following week, I come back from work. I find my house unkept, my kitchen untidied, my children untidy. They are looking like rascals, like they are orphans. She doesn't have time for them. She's always on phone, doing Snapchat.
So for how long has this been on now?
For a month.
Oh, just 1 month?
Yes.
So the problem started just 1 month
Yes.
ago? Yes, go on.
And I'm really tired of that. I really love my wife, and I want her to change.
Okay. When did she begin this job, this business online?
Barely some months ago.
Oh, okay. So the problem started shortly after she started business online?
Yes, because she's always on the internet. I have no time to feed my kids.
How do you take the children to school? Who takes the children?
I take them to school. I bathe them, I feed them before, and when I'm leaving for work, I take them, drop them off school, then leave to my work. But she's always at home, Instagramming, Facebooking, doing all sorts of things.
When do you come from work?
I come from work by 9.
9 p.m.?
9 p.m.
Yes, and when do you leave the house?
By 7.
So by 9 p.m. when you come back from work, you still meet your wife on phone, on Instagram?
Always.
Does she prepare your food?
No.
So
She barely does that.
she barely does that. She doesn't do it regularly. That's why
I cook by myself always.
When you come from work,
I cook for myself and my kids.
you go to the kitchen.
Do all
While you go to the kitchen, what will she be doing?
doing what she always do,
On phone.
always on phone, Instagramming. I don't know what she always
From
do.
this food you cook, does she eat from it?
No, most times yes.
It's okay. Of course, you will make your own
And
food only.
for the family.
You make your own food only,
Yes.
or you make for her too.
No, I make for the family.
Now
actually.
you said okay. Now you said Nkiruka, is that her name?
Yes, ma'am.
Abuses you
Yes.
emotionally and psychologically. Specifically, can you let us know what the things she does?
Well, whenever she does her Facebooking, she's always online till 1 a.m.
Okay.
And when I get
Doesn't give you time.
Yes. And when I get to confront her, to ask her to why she always does that, then she starts arguing with me. She gets angry, throw things at me. And like, look at the last time she did this to me.
Injured you.
Doing that.
That's really emotional
And
violence.
I'm really tired of that. I want my wife to change because I really love her.
Okay. Thank you. You really love your wife. That's the bottom line.
Yes, ma'am.
You really love your wife and you want your wife to change.
Yes.
Now, Nkiruka, you have listened to your husband.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we hear your own side of the story?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. It's true. Before we got married, we had an agreement that I'll be a full housewife. And I agreed, we got married. But with time, the house got boring for me because he used to leave me at 7 and we go to work. Before he comes, it will be 9. And for the children to become, they normally come late because they normally do lessons. I said, okay. So I talked to him that I want to do a business. So he now like, should we have an agreement that I will not do any business, I will be a full housewife. And I said, okay. But the business I want to do is an online business. I will not leave the house. He said, okay, since I'm not going to leave the house, I should do the business. We started doing the business. I started doing the business, but the business started taking my time. But normally, I do my housework. It doesn't stop me from doing my house chores. I take care of my children. I'm the one that normally...
Your husband said is the one that baits for the children,
I do all
prepares
that.
food.
It's a lie, ma'am.
This your business takes you away from
This
the
woman
kitchen.
is a liar,
It's a lie, ma'am.
What do you mean it's a lie?
I'm the one that
When did
normally
you
take
sleep
care of
last
the
night?
children.
He just asked you a question. When did you sleep last night?
At 1 a.m.
Imagine.
Aha, with your husband that you slept
And
at 1 a.m.
I was in the room.
And what were you doing till
Expecting
1
her.
a.m.? What were you doing till 1 a.m.?
I was attending to my customers.
On phone till 1 a.m.
My business is an online business, ma'am.
Okay, and you have to take your business in the middle of the night when you have a husband and children.
I have to do it because the husband I call my husband does not even have my time, does not even satisfy me normally.
Hey.
It's too boring for me.
What
The
do
man
you
is
mean?
too boring for me, man.
What do you mean
I can't cope with
specifically?
it. It's too boring for me. How will I give a man like this my time when my time is not even precious to him?
Now you said it's boring. What do you mean?
I don't understand.
Now, okay, let me just say now for an example. If I go to bed, he comes by 9 a.m. and I go to bed by 10 with him. It's irritating me because he's too boring. He does not satisfy me sexually. It does not satisfy me sexually. It does not even touch where he's supposed to touch me. That will make me feel like having the urge to have sex with him.
Kiruka, she's not romantic.
Yes, ma, it's not.
And he does not satisfy you sexually.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you taken time to call him?
That's a lie, man.
That's okay. I'll come back to you. Nkiruka, was there any time you called him and you discussed this with him?
Yes, ma, several times, ma.
And what did he say?
He said that's how it is. And I've been coping like that. I can't cope anymore.
You've been coping for 3 years now.
Yes, ma'am.
So when did you start giving up that you can no longer cope? 2 months ago when you started your online business.
Yes, ma'am.
It was the online business that now gave you the idea that you can do something else. Answer me now.
No, ma'am. I just choose not to cope anymore. I just want to leave the relationship. And I don't want the relationship
she's
anymore.
Very expensive.
And I'm even happy that he brought me here so that I can just say my mind.
Yes,
I can
I'm
tell
glad.
him.
Yes, say
that,
your
yes,
mind,
I'm
say everything.
cope.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm
say
done
your
with the relationship, ma. I don't want anymore. It's not by force.
Now, while you are done with the
You can
relationship,
leave my children behind.
I can't leave, ma. I can't cope, and I'm not leaving my children.
Why?
If I'm going, my children is going with me.
You
They are going
came
with
into
me.
this house without any
Ma, it doesn't take me
any
out.
kid.
He doesn't buy me things.
Yes. Have you told him sometimes, anytime, called him, explained to him, these are the things I want in this marriage?
He knows everything.
For how many years did you people, your courtship, did you have any courtship?
It's just 2 years, ma'am.
And 2 years is not just. Now you have courtship of 2 years and you've been married for 3 years. That's 5 years. And you're just cutting off the relationship like that.
It's like she has
So
a
while you
boyfriend
were-
online.
Boyfriend. Maybe.
Yes.
Oh,
But she's
maybe.
not-
You
she's
are even
fancy.
confirming it.
Imagine.
And even, Nkiruka, you are even showing that you are the one, the
Because
aggressive.
I'm tired.
You are showing that you are the aggressive type here now, before this part.
See, the way he's even talking, you know that he's a boring type.
Hey.
He can't even express himself.
Yes, he's quiet. He's a quiet type. And it
Due
is
to the
clear
nature
that
of my work.
it is clear. It's showing that he's a peaceful type.
I don't
And
want-
you are aggressive. Now, Nkiruka, tell me, if the man decides to change, will you be willing to
Me, I don't want anymore.
tolerate it?
I don't want, I'm done.
You have another relationship
I
now.
don't have any other relationship.
You
I'm
are
just
sure
done.
somebody is not...
Nobody, man.
no, somebody is
That
not
is
deceiving
that.
you
You are
somewhere.
lying.
I'm lying.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now the children, you want your children to go with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Is
With
that
this
not
lifestyle
possible?
of no time.
It's possible.
He's never.
It's possible.
You can't leave my house
It's
with my
possible.
kids.
I can't even leave my 1-year-old
You
child.
can
with
go.
me.
You can go.
Who do you want to
alone.
take my... I asked him, okay, you said I'm not doing anything in the house. And I asked him, okay, let's have a house help. A girl. A boy. And he said he wants a girl. And I said, no. I don't know, maybe he wants to sleep with the
Why-
girl. That's why he's
why is
he's
she scared
insisting
that I
that
want
he
to
wants
sleep
a
with
house
the
help.
girl?
A female house help. And
Why-
it can't
okay.
possible. It's not possible.
Why
It
is she
can't
angry
work.
that I want to?
It can't work.
Look at what you're
I
saying.
can't allow
Okay,
that.
why do you want a boy?
Imagine.
Why do you want a boy?
She's scared.
Why do you want a boy?
I just need a boy because I'm scared. I don't trust him. I don't trust him too, and I will not trust the girl too.
So you also feel he does not trust you. Okay, thank you everybody. We will be right back. Welcome back to the show. This is The Mediator. We've been listening to Nkiruka and her husband Chike. We agree with me, it's been a wonderful story. Nkiruka does not want to stay in the marriage again. The husband is boring, according to her. She's busy with her online business, and she does not think she can cope with the husband because he's boring. On the other hand, the husband still loves the wife, although the wife is aggressive, according to him. But if she promises to change, he still wants the wife back. The custody of the children, Nkiruka wants the custody, Chike wants the custody. Does anybody have any intervention here before I give my verdict?
My name's Demola Adepoju,
Yes.
and my question goes straight to Sister Nkiruka. From what you have been saying, it is clear that one way or the other, there is somebody behind the cloud giving you a rosy attempt for you to leave your husband or whatever. Because your husband, from the way he's talking, from everything I've seen here today, is a quiet type. And I believe he's somebody you can definitely make a very good home with. But the aggression in you is telling me that there's somebody somewhere deceiving you, and I will say deceiving you. That is the exact thing I want you to know. Not that really what you want. If you love him and in the first place, you would love to stay in that marriage. But if there's nobody, then there's something wrong somewhere. Because I can see that you are not really ready to just give chance to what is going on.
Thank you very much. Nkiruka, that was for you. It is assumed, of course, from the way you have presented yourself, we believe there is somebody somewhere that is promising you heaven on earth. And want to let you know that that person must be deceiving you. So you will remember that you already have 2 children. And it is important to take care of these children in a very good environment. Yes, does anybody have any other intervention? Yes, tell us your name.
My name is Bisola, and my question is for Mrs. Nkiruka here. Mrs. Nkiruka, How do you intend to take care of your children now that you are very busy with your online business? How do you intend to keep up with their school runs and their needs?
Thank you. Nkiruka, that's for you. You are busy now. Presently, you're married. You don't even have time for them. And you don't have time for your husband because you are busy, according to you, with your business online. Now, if you're going to have them, you're asking for the custody of these children. How will you take care of them? That question is for you. Yes. Does anybody have another intervention? Yes, okay. Tell us your name.
I am Miriam by name.
Yes.
As she said it earlier, for my point is that she loves her husband because she is jealous of the house help he's about to employ, which is female.
Yes, she doesn't want a woman in the house. Yes, Nkiruka, that was one question that from the look of things, you are pretending you don't like this man again. That it is because you love this man, that is why you don't want a house girl. Instead, you want a boy. So you don't want to share your husband. Thank you, everyone. I will be back. Thank you. Welcome back to the Mediator. Now, my decision, my verdict on the case of Chike and Nkiruka. Now, Mr. Chike, I will want to commend you for your peaceful attitude. It appears you are peaceful in the home, and that is why you have taken the step of quickly reporting your wife before it degenerates further to domestic violence or aggression that can cost life. You will agree with me that many people lost their lives in marriages due to violence, domestic violence. And so we always encourage people to speak out anytime they are undergoing domestic violence in the home. And so I want to commend you for your prompt action, for speaking out quickly in this marriage. Unfortunately, most men will not want to speak out because of ego. But you put aside ego in this case and you have spoken out. I want to commend you on this. And again, I want to, over to you, Nkiruka. Now, Nkiruka, you have allowed your business to take you away from your marriage. And I want to ask you, does it mean before you started working, your husband was not providing for you?
He's providing.
So now that you are doing this business, are you the one taking care of the family?
He's still the one.
So why do you need this business at all costs at the expense of your marriage?
The house is too boring for me. That's why I decided to do this business.
Yes, the house is boring for you, and the husband?
Him too is boring. And I love going out. I love going out. I love partying. I just love going out, and it doesn't take me out.
Yes, Nkiruka, listen to me. You had a courtship of 2 years. Were you going out together in this period?
Yes, ma'am. Friend, when we have the courtship,
two good years.
He used to take me out.
Yes.
He just stopped when we got married.
That means he can resume again.
That was because she always asked for expensive stuff.
Yes,
because I'm expensive. Am I not expensive?
The hair she's wearing right now worth 400,000.
The hair is 400,000. He gave me.
Yes,
it's 400,000, and he gave me 300,000.
How much do you make from your online business?
I earn just 150K a month.
Ma, the hair is 400,000, and he gave me 300,000. I took the 100,000 myself. How much is 300,000 naira?
How much is 300,000?
How much is 300,000? I cannot afford.
Can you afford that in a month?
I can if I want.
That's okay. Now, my advice, listen to me. Nkiruka, you must cut your coat according to your clothes, not even your size. Sometimes your size may be too big, bigger than the clothes you have. So you must remember that your husband earns 150,000. And so whatever you need to spend must be within your means. It is very clear to me that you already have friends outside there. And when I say friends, men who are deceiving you. And that is why your husband is no longer good. It is not It is not strange to see or to hear that your husband is boring, but you can always change your husband. You can always work on it. If your husband is not romantic enough, you can work on it. You can take your time to discuss, and that is why in the family, communication is important. How often do you two sit down together to discuss your love affairs?
I do that
I can't even
always,
sit and
but
talk
she
with
doesn't
him.
have my time.
I can't even sit and talk with him.
Imagine.
Nkiruka, you are so, even before me,
You're
you
so
sound
rude.
so arrogant.
Rude. I'm very
So
rude.
arrogant. So it does appear that you have an alternative outside. And let me warn you, it may not be a good one. You may have to regret it. If you allow this marriage to break, you may regret it. Your children, you must remember that the interests of the children, and under the law, in consideration of dissolution of marriage or separation, the interest of the children of the marriage is always of paramount consideration. So right now, I will need to look at how do you take care of the children. You are asking for custody. He is asking for custody. From the look of things, ordinarily, because of the age of the children, the law will want to give the custody of the children to the mother because of the age of the children. But in this specific situation, this situation in our hands, everybody has seen the way and the disposition of Nkiruka. Nkiruka is very aggressive. And so it will not be in the interest of the children to have an aggressor taking care of them. Not just being aggressive, you are also out there. You won't even have time to take care of your children. And it will not be advisable to put growing children whose mind are supposed to be clean for now and will be molded by the environment. It will not be good to have them in an environment where you teach them bad things. You are not a good role model. And so I will be reluctant to give you the custody of these children. But unfortunately, Mr. Chike as well, I would have loved to give you the custody of the children. But you don't close early. You close from work by 9 p.m. and you leave your house by 7 o'clock. And it is very clear that these children, they need care. Especially, what are the sexes of the children? Are they both female or male, or a male and a female?
The first is a male, the second
A male and a female. So they need attention, especially at this time. And you will be busy with your work.
I can get them a nanny or someone to take care of them.
So that they will maltreat them.
You don't take care
So that
of
they will
them, so
maltreat
what?
them. Nobody will take
You
care of
used
my
to look
children.
at you at your
That's
So that they will
okay.
maltreat them.
Now, my verdict, under the law, as long as the mother is alive, it will not serve the interest of justice to give the children to a third party. So I will reluctantly be giving Nkiruka the custody of these children, but under a very close monitoring. So I'm going to appoint a counselor who will monitor you for the next 3 months. Why we leave the custody of the children unto her. We give her the children and we monitor them. While she has the custody of the children, you will be required to pay maintenance allowance to them every month. How much can you afford?
Yeah, I can afford about 70,000.
70,000 per month. That is what he said.
It's too small.
It's too small.
Yes.
What do you earn?
In considering how much to also award, I have to consider his income. He told us a while ago that he earns 150,000. So there is no way he can pay more than 70,000.
He can give me 100,000. I'm okay with
How
it.
will he go to work? How will he
He
also
can cope with the
maintain
50,000. I
himself?
don't care.
She's
So
a
I
very
will
greedy
not
person.
be able to.
A very greedy.
I will not
Thank
be able to award unto you more than 70,000. Again, I want to ask you, who wants to leave the house?
I want her to leave. I'm not leaving my house.
I'm
If-
even ready to leave.
pay my
Yes,
rent.
she wants, you pay the rent, yes. She wants to leave. But if she's going to leave, you have to get an apartment for the children. Not for her necessarily, but for the children. And the type of apartment you are going to get must commensurate with the standard of living presently in your home. In other words, if you are living in a duplex presently, you must at least give them a flat. So that the environment will be conducive for them to grow. And so you must be ready to get an apartment, and you must also be ready to pay a monthly allowance. So how soon can you get this done?
Well, on my next pay, I can be able to...
Okay, I'll give you 3 months for you to arrange yourself, get an accommodation for them, and you begin to pay maintenance. And within that, I'm also going to be, after that 3 months, when they move out, you come back to report to us. Then we appoint a guidance and counselor who will monitor her for 3 months. And if we are not happy with the way she's training the children, we are not happy with the way we see the children, we will retrieve the children from her and give you the custody of the children. That is my decision.
Thank you, ma.
Are you happy?
Yes.
Is there any other thing you still want to tell us?
No, I'm cool.
Are you happy?
Very happy.
Is there any other thing you want us?
No, ma.
Thank you, everyone. You have all listened to my decision, and I want to reiterate again, in homes, in marriages, it is important to discuss problems. One of the problems they have is the fact that they could not sit down together to discuss the issues of romance in home. Yet the husband is boring, according to her, and she doesn't have time to sit down and discuss the problems. If you have any issue in your marriage, the first point of resolution is communication. Call your husband, call your wife, discuss whatever issue you have. See how you can resolve it. Yes, she's boring, what can I do to jack up? Yes, you are not romantic, okay, what do you want me to do? These are the things I want you to do, this is the way I want it, and this is the way it should go. And of course, the other party will be able to make amends. And unfortunately, the custody of the children here had to be given to her because the husband is also very busy. In issues of separation or dissolution of marriages, the most paramount consideration is given to the interest of the children of the marriage. I'm sure we have learned 1 or 2 lessons here. Remember, they are going back home, and hopefully they are happy and they will be going back as friends. The objective of the mediator is to reunite them, is to make them live as friends, to broker peace. And I'm happy they are going back as friends. It is possible they try to make the relationship work again. So we have given them 2 months to go and try again. Until next time, please remember the mediator is Mrs. Fumi Falana, and this is Women Empowerment and Legal Aid. If you have issues of violation of your right is being violated or likely to be violated, please do not hesitate to speak with us. We are available here and will redress your right for you. You may also choose to contact any human rights organization in your vicinity. Remember, women's rights are human rights. And also remember, it is bad to allow violence in the home. Domestic violence is an ill in the society, and let us jointly stamp it out from our society. Until next week, I want to say, have a wonderful day at work. God bless you.
I'm happy that she respects my decision when I said I don't want to stay with him again, and she respects my decision, and she doesn't force it. She didn't force me to stay with him. So I'm happy. And I'm happy that she didn't ask him to take my children away from me. And I'm happy about that.